Hey everybody, this is Maxine Taylor with another edition of my Trumpology report. When I started the Trumpology report, I thought I would be doing one video a week on what was going on with Trump and the people around him. Well, of course, I'm doing at least 5 videos a week, actually. I've done a couple of shows in which I had 3 charts that I did, 3 separate videos of different people involved in Trump's life. I hope it slows down a little bit, but I feel like we're on a roller coaster ride, so strap in and let's go forth. Well, James Comey is back in the news. Remember James Comey, CIA director? He questioned Hillary's emails 11 days before the election. And shortly after that, he said, "Oh, my bad. No, there's no problem there." And so while I don't have James Comey's birth data, we don't have a birth time on him. When I say his data, I know he was born December 14th, 1960. And that's cool, but I don't have his birth time. So I don't know exactly where his moon is. I don't know his house placement. I don't know what his ascendant or midheaven are. But I have found over the years, many, many years, I started studying astrology in 1966, many years, that the solar chart is incredibly accurate. So I'm going to describe James Comey's birth chart, solar birth chart. And then I do have Donald Trump's accurate birth time. So I'm going to compare Comey's planets to Trump's planets. So let's start with Comey, shall we? Very interesting chart. He is a Sagittarian. Let's look up here at the very top of the chart, because the most highly elevated planet in the chart it's not the chart ruler. The ruler of the ascendant is the chart ruler, but the most highly elevated planet in the chart really sets the tone for the entire chart and is some kind of powerful indicator of the rest of the chart. Well, the most highly elevated planet is Pluto, the planet of control and or transformation. So in his career, 10th house, that's where Pluto is, he wants to be in control. He's CIA director. Pretty powerful, pretty controlling. It also shows that he can transform his public image if he chooses to, and it can be for the better because his North Node is also in his 10th house, and this is his area of greatest success and fulfillment. So this can be very powerful. I'm just looking at the actual degrees. His Pluto is in 8 Virgo, his North Node is 9 Virgo, pretty close, I'd say. I'm being sarcastic. It's very close. Okay, then we don't have his birth time, so we don't know where his moon is, but it can be in his 11th house of friends and group activities, or in his 12th house of behind-the-scenes activities. My sense is it's probably in the 12th, though I don't know that. And in the 11th house, it would help him to be more of a humanitarian, thinking for the good of the whole. In the 12th house, it's simply behind-the-scenes activities and the need for privacy and solitude. Now, his Neptune is in his 12th house as well. And Neptune is confusion. It's also divine discontent. It's also divine inspiration. And so a 12th house Neptune gives great dreams and inspiration, and on some level, the desire to be of service. Now, his sun is in the 1st house, as is always the case when we don't have a birth time. I use the 6 a.m. chart, so to speak, rather than the 12 noon. And I put 0 degrees around all the cusps. This is for those of you who study astrology. So his Mercury's in the 1st house, so he thinks in terms of himself. And of course, as most of us when we do our solar chart, as all of us when we do our solar chart, the sun is the center of our world, and so our ego is the center of our world. So there is a tendency for all of us to put ourselves first. But with Mercury there as well, he communicates his own ideas, and wherever Mercury is, that's what you think about and talk about. So he's thinking about himself and talking about himself. Although I haven't heard him talking about himself on the air, so it may just be thinking about himself. Second house is money and values. Interesting, he has Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter is God's law, Saturn is man's law. Jupiter expands, it's generous. Saturn contracts, it's restrictive, often fearful. And so there is concern over money, the tendency to be generous with it, and to be maybe tight with it, because it's the fear of not having enough. This second house is not just money, it's our values, it's our possessions. And so these describe his values. Jupiter is conjunct Saturn. He has Venus, the planet of love and beauty, in his third house of communication, correspondence, ideas, the conscious mind, and it's in the humanitarian sign of Aquarius, so that he can express himself beautifully and even lovingly. Not sure Hillary would buy that, but seriously, this is what the solar chart says. The South Node is in his fourth house, and this is the area of loss if you spend too much time there, home, family, real estate. And so if he blends the two, the North Node and the South Node, home and family and real estate, with the career, there is a wonderful blending. A balance. Now Mars is the planet of war, of passion, of sex, of fighting. It's what you'll fight with, it's what you'll fight for. It's in the 8th house of secrets. Makes sense to me. He will dig, and secrets come first to him. Mars is anger very often, and so anything in the 8th house is going to be transformed in this lifetime. Because the 8th house is hidden, it deals with his own secrets. And so his anger is going to be very, very strong. The sexual energy is very strong. And the need to get to the heart of the matter, very, very strong. He'll fight with secrets and fight for secrets. Now, the 8th house also deals with other people's money and other people's values. So that comes into the picture too. But the biggest thing, since he's CIA director and the CIA deals with secrets, is for me to interpret this on the level of secrets, and that's what comes first to him. Uranus, the rebel, in his 9th house of the higher mind, the big picture. And so it is speaking in terms of concepts and principles. So he can be rebellious when he deals with a principle. He can be innovative as well. And the 9th house deals with long distance travel and communication. And Uranus is electricity, electronics. Oh yeah, emails. Oh yeah, the internet, all of that good stuff. So there is a part of him that can rebel and can be very innovative and inventive when it comes to communication over long distances. I hope I told it clearly. Now, I thought I would compare Comey's planets to Trump's chart. Now, we've got the exact birth time for Trump, so I know that this chart is accurate, but rather than putting all of Trump's natal planets in this chart, I'm just putting the planets that of Donald's planets that Comey's planets sit on, okay? And yes, there's a lot involved in a chart comparison that I am not able to do in the short period of time that we have, but this tells it. Let's start up here with Mars, the fighter, the warrior, the one that will fight with or for you. It sits on Trump's Mercury, so he fights with Trump's ideas and for Trump's ideas. He fires up Trump's ideas, and he fires up Trump in all of Trump's group activities. Now, his Mars sits on Trump's Saturn. Saturn is the leader, and Mars will fight with leadership. It'll fight, period. So Comey can encourage Trump to be the leader, fight for him, and fight with his authority. Interesting. Comey's Uranus, the rebel, the explosive, the awakener. Uranus sits on Trump's Mars. When you have a Mars-Uranus conjunction, wow, your energy is white hot. I always say when you have Uranus on Mars in any way, or Mars on Uranus, it's get on your Harley and ride. It's unexpected anger. It's hide the handguns. It can be violence. It is very, very passionate. Okay, so Comey fires up Trump's anger. And we know that Trump's Mars is so close to his ascendant, he's always itching for a fight. And so Comey fires that up with just one word, just one idea. Comey's Uranus also sits on Trump's ascendant. So he inspires and encourages Trump to be the rebel that he naturally is. Now, look at this first house. Comey's Pluto, control or transformation, but from chart to chart, it traditionally manifests as control. Yes, transformation can occur. So, Comey's Pluto on Trump's ascendant indicates a great control over Donald Trump by James Comey. However, Comey's North Node in Trump's first house on his ascendant, once again triggering it, can help Trump feel in command and in control. So it's a very interesting line that is being walked here. Whoever has Pluto on your ascendant controls you. Comey has Pluto on Trump's ascendant. The North Node adds a positive influence. Look at the third house. While Trump doesn't have any third house planets to be sat on, nevertheless, with Comey's moon, and once again, we don't know what degrees it's in, but it sits in his third house, and his Neptune there, it inspires Trump to share his thoughts, to share them emotionally, and to be either divinely inspired or totally carried away with a dream. Neptune is that way. Look at the fourth house. Comey's Mercury, his thinking, his communication, and his Sun, his ego, sit on Trump's South Node moon. This is a vulnerable spot for Trump, his home and his family and his real estate holdings. Comey, because of his Mercury and Sun on Trump's South Node and moon, puts Trump's attention on securing his home and family and his real estate holdings. The CIA director, of course, would be talking about security. The fourth house is emotional security. And as I said, this is one of Trump's Achilles heels, his home and family. Okay, and his real estate holdings. Look at the fifth house. Comey's Jupiter, expansion, helps Trump have fun. The fifth house is fun and games and enjoyment and children. And Comey's Saturn, responsibility, restriction, make it real, sits on Trump's vertex. So he makes Trump's karmic role in life real. He can curb some of Trump's fun. Remember, he is the director of CIA concerned with security for the president and, the country. Comey's Venus in Aquarius is in Trump's sixth house. Venus adds love and a beautiful thought, positive energy to the sixth house of work, health, and service, and even the employees that Trump might have under him. And Comey's South Node sits in Trump's seventh house. This is not helpful. It can put a strain or a drain on his on Trump's one-on-one relationships, his interaction with other people. It can restrict him, it can drain him in some way. That's what the South Node does. So, That is today's Trumpology report, as far as I know. We have to wait and see what all hits the news. So, until we meet again, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours, and on the United States of America.